Okay, howdy folks. I am going to now show you the bouncy ball. So this is your kind of first real task on Maya, and hopefully you're going to really enjoy this one. It's an absolute classic of a animation task. It's really the first routine, I guess. You know, being able to breathe some life into a springy inanimate object. So first of all, we're going to bring in a rig. So read file, import, and we want the ultimateball.ma, which is your Maya file, and import. Okay, so this is a great little rig. Let's just see if I got this. That's fine. It's a beautiful little rig. It's very simple. It's very elegant, and there's quite a few different versions of the actual ball that you can use. So I'm not quite sure what this one is. I think it's like a default. Okay, in terms of the controls, you've got the main root controller down here, which is the one that you don't really use to animate. That's the one that you use to place at the beginning the asset that you're using. You can, in this instance, you can also use it. Often it's used for scaling as well. You know, the whole thing in one go rather than individual things which are going to break your rig. So you can see on the right hand side here we have a global scale, so you can take that and make it bigger. Whoa! Or you can just click that value there, and I think it's middle mouse. If I hit the middle mouse now, there you go. Woo! You can make it bigger as well. Also with the root controller, so you'll notice that if I'm on different controllers, you're not going to get the particulars for the types of ball that you need. So on the root controller there, at the bottom we've got ball type. If you go into that, we've got checker, football 1, soccer ball, football 2, whatever that is, a volleyball, basketball, so that's one, tennis ball. So you can see, yeah, there's a few there. Yeah, nice selection. So let's go for a football. Okay, I'm going to keep it at that kind of scale, which is fine. So what we want to be doing here is, first of all, let's just set up the. Let's just get rid of that. Let's just set up the screen here. So we want 3 plane split. And I want this one to be my perspective, and I want this one to be side, orthographic side, and I don't see as much of that, but I want to see a fair bit of the graph editor, because the graph editor is where we're going to be doing our thing. So now that you've got the rig in, we're going to start off with the ball up high, do a simple bounce down, bounce back up, and then duplicate it, run through a little bit of squash and stretch. After that, it's for you guys to take different balls and give them the different qualities, the physical qualities that they embody. So a bowling ball ain't going to be bouncing as much as a beach ball, obviously. Okay, so let's. So the main controller that you're going to be using is that one there, the one that circles it in the centre, and you can see that's the main controller. So let's push it up in the air. Let's see how I want to go. We'll go a little bit more there, just power off it here. Okay. So let's stick a keyframe on that there. And now we want to move to about a second in, 24. And bring that back down. And I'm going to stick it, because we're going on the y-axis, I'm going to stick it on the 0, because I want it to be flat on the ground. Let's just check that. There we go, flat on the ground. Cool, okay. Okay, so now I want to take the ball back up to the original height, so I'm going to select that key point there, and I'm going to go to 48, and I'm going to go Control B. Whoa, that ain't right. Let's just control Z that. Let's just take that on there. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just make sure that I translate Y on. So just working on height at the moment. Control C and Control B. There we go. Okay, so boing, boing, boing. Quite straightforward stuff. Now you can see at the moment it's kind of, you know, descending slowly, which is fine, and then it speeds up a bit, which is fine, and then it actually slows down a bit as it reaches the ground. You know, that's a weird thing for a ball to do. What it should be doing, it should be arcing over like this. Yeah. In actual fact, on the graph editor, you'll be seeing this sort of, you know, the nature of how the ball sort of descends quite quickly. So the way in which we do that is we need to change the tangents on this one here. So at the moment, as you can see, I click on that and now things are going in the right fashion. Yeah, what we need it to do is for that one to be up there and the other one to be over there. So we need to break these tangents. Okay, so the way that you can do that is go to tangents, break tangents. You can see that little icon there, which is the same thing. There we go, break tangents. So now, if you take that one there and push that up like so, let's take that one there, push that up like so, and now, there you go. Oh. Stop. Think about this. You've got this one here. And I want that so I can see it all and below. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. Just a sense. Okay. So now what I want to do is again duplicate that bounce. So I've got multiple bounces. Okay. So I can see that I've got a few other different values coming through here. Again, I just want to translate Y. So I'm going to select all those and Control C, go to frame 48 and Control B and A, look at them all. Okay, and I'm just going to do another one. Control B. Okay, so multiple bounces now. Okay, so needless to say, as the energy in the ball starts to release, it's going to bounce a bit lower. Okay, so take both of those and pull them down. Take that one there and pull that down a bit further, like so. Now you can see that, you know, we've got the same amount of time. Yeah, in actual fact, it's going to be less time for it to go back up and down. Okay, so we want to take that one there and bring that across. On there, bring that across. It's centered. You can see this has all got skewift here, so we need to take that there and okay, I think let's see what's going on here. Break tangents. I think it's going to bomb out in some weird fashion, so let's just try and do that again. Yeah, okay, I think the problem is that what it tends to do is it changes from weighted curves to non-weighted curves. So if we go to curves, weighted tangents, let's try that. Okay, there we go, that's fine. Okay, so now we should be able to select them all. There we go. Yeah, for some reason it sort of changes the default position there. So now, let's just take that and give that a little bit more time to bounce down. And let's just change. I wanted to do that. I wanted to do that. You can also pull these out like that. Okay, it's very useful. You can also lock them and unify them with these sort of elements here. Okay, so let's just take that back. Have a quick look. Okay, so you get the idea. That's fine. Now, what we also want to do is get a little bit of squash and stretch into it. So at that point there, we want the ball to have squashed. So it's this one here. Oops, let's just take that back. I was going to be jumping around a little bit. And squash, like so. Let's just put an S on that. And I'm just going to do all of them. And back to 0. That went there. Okay, so let's have a look at that whole thing. Okay, so you can see what it's actually doing is it's squashing at the bottom, which is fine. But what we want is it to just squash there, and then for here, more or less, it should be stretched more than squashed. Okay, so let's see if we can sort that out. So we want this value here, and let's take that and bring it right over here. Let's say a couple of frames, something like that. And over here it wants to be on 0. And it wants to be 0 all the way down to get stuff in there. That's 0. And that needs to be 0. Like so. And then on the other side, he's going to have a similar kind of feel. So, just like that. Control C. Oh, keep on hitting the bus. There we go. Okay, so that one was there, and then 2 frames to the side. Let's Control V. Okay, so it hits the floor, it goes boosh, boosh, like so. Yeah, you get the idea there. If you want to be really good about it, do you need to break those tangents again? Okay, like so. Yeah, and obviously you can do the same thing as it goes through into the next pattern. So we can take all of the controllers there, take that there, and now look at this one here, and then duplicate those across. Okay, so I'm not going to do it all, but you get the idea. Okay. It would seem to me like about there we should have a little bit of stretch going on also. So to do the stretch, obviously you're just squeezing it like so. Yeah. Just zoom in, let's see what we've got. So it really wants to be stretched spot. I think that's that. Looks like it needs to be over here. There you go, something along those lines. Yeah, so it stretches and then splat. That's back up. So that's the nature of it. Okay. What you guys are aiming for is to have the ball move across the screen as well, obviously. So you know, alongside of it, you know, bouncing like so, and then slowly decreasing in its height. It also needs to bounce off. It also needs to go along the x-axis. Okay, so it's and then slowly, and then rolling also. Okay, you've also got the rotate tool. Okay, so when you get to the point where it's, I mean, all in all, it will be rotating anyway. You know, so as it's sort of going through the, I mean, I'm not going to go across the x-axis. As it's, you know, sort of come across here, it's going to be rotating slowly. Stop, rotating again. Stop, rotating again. Yeah, so you know, that kind of, you know, feel. Obviously, I mean, you could get some YouTube footage, or you know, take a video. Yeah, see if you can get some realism into it. And obviously at the end, you know, it sort of rotates out. Okay, so hopefully that's enough for you guys to get going on a cool bouncy ball. One last thing, to get another one in, I wouldn't try and duplicate the whole thing here. I think you're going to get into a bother if you try to sort of duplicate elements within the outliner. If you bring another one in, so file import and that one there. And let's just take that. And the other one there. Can't even tell. I think what I'm going to do, I think that's the second one. That's the first one. Let's find out. Okay, right, so let's take that one there, and I'm actually going to put that on a separate layer. So here you've got your layers, which is what I wanted to show you. Create empty layer. Okay, let's call that football. Okay. And if we take the ball itself and go to layers, there we go. Okay, so let's right click, sorry. Right click, add selected objects, like so, and then you can, let's just get rid of a bit of that, because what I've just done is just put the controller onto it. What I want to do is put the whole thing onto it. What we want is the root controller for that ball. Is it that one? No, it's not that one. It's the other one. I think it's that one. No, it's not that one already. It's that one. It's that one. I think that's got the root controller. So let's just see if we can put all that onto it. Right click, add selected objects, and there we go. Okay. Yeah, so try and separate out your, otherwise you're going to have a sort of whole tangle of balls going all over the place. So yeah, all of them on one document would be great. Okay, so see what you can do.